Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we have this position, white to play and white to win. So we have three pieces, basically all of them are hanging, everything is hanging, but we are still winning, right? So two things I should mention here. Two bishops can effectively deliver a checkmate, right? So we can actually deliver checkmate with two bishop. The other thing you should notice is if we manage to save all of our three pieces, we can actually win this game later, right? So if we manage to save all the three pieces, like the rook and these two bishops, we can simply trade the rook for the black rook later and win with the remaining two bishops with the help of the king. So that is you should keep in your mind before you do all of these stuffs, calculations and tactics. So guys, as always, you can pause the video and guess the move on your own. Best of luck. Okay, welcome back. So our all of our pieces are hanging, so you can't actually play bishop to b8. The black rook would simply capture that, and that is out of moves. And our idea is to to win the rook or to save all of our pieces. That these are two of main ideas, right? So that is the idea, and I told you in the first in the beginning of the video, like we can win with a rook alone, we can win with two bishop, it doesn't matter. We can lose our rook if we simply win their rook, and we are comfortably going to win with two bishops, right? So that is the idea. And what is the best move, you might say? You can't actually save this bishop, right? You can't save the bishop like this, but black would simply capture your bishop and you are no longer winning because you don't have any extra bishop, and you can't actually win the rook with the bishop. You can't trade the rook for the bishop because black is going to be expected to play the right moves, right? So you are going to lose the game this way. So you can't save the bishop or this bishop, the bishop with the light color. You can't save either of them. If you try to save them immediately, it's going to be just a draw, right? So what else can you do? Well, the correct move is rook to e6. So what does this do? Well, now the king has only two squares to move to. Well, if the king moves to d5, we are going to play bishop to b7 and win the rook. So like I said, now in this process we have lost our rook, but we are going to capture their rook as well. It's just going to be rook for rook, and we are simply going to win with two bishops, right? So this is going to be the solution. But what if the king moves to c7 instead? What should we do? Well, now we play rook to e7. Like I said, we can't actually save one of these pieces because both are hanging, so we can't move both at the same time, so we have to continue with our plan. And now here comes the trickiest part. Now if the king, I would show you what would happen if the king go back to d6. That's going to be a long story, but I'll show you what would happen if black plays the other moves. So if black plays king to c6, obviously we are going to play bishop to b7, and it doesn't matter, we simply going to capture the rook on the next move, right? Black can capture our rook, but like I said, it doesn't matter. So That is what would happen if black plays king to c6. If black captures our bishop, we are going to play the clever rook move, rook to g7 or rook to h7. It doesn't matter, it works as g7, it's the same thing. So the idea is look at the king, right? So of course the rook cannot move, except the rook is going to be captured. If this, we simply captured the rook, and if this, we simply capture the rook, and like I said, we can win with only a rook. So that is going to be the idea. But if the king moves, look at the king's only move, right? It's king to d8, and that would make the king go further from the rook while it lined up in the 8th rank. So we are going to skewer and win the rook, and we are going to win this easily, right? So this is the idea. So black cannot capture this, but how about moving to d8? What should we do? Well, now we are going to play the only move, rook to h7. And the idea is, if black moves like this, we are going to play bishop to d7, and it's going to be just very easy for us to win the rook. And obviously black wouldn't do that, and instead what black do is capture the bishop with this rook or with the king. So we have a way for both of these moves. If the king captures, we can simply move like this to skewer the king on the next move. It's going to be the same thing as before. And if black captures with the rook instead, what we are going to do is give a check by playing bishop to b6, and we are going to play bishop to c7, and it's going to be basically the same thing. The bishop is defended by the rook, and the rook cannot move anywhere, and this is a threat, and all the king has to move is to f8, and this is going to be just the next move, and we are going to win the rook. So that is the idea. Well, now the only move that we didn't try is king to d7. So what should we play now? Well, now we can actually play rook to d7 check, and I will show you the idea. And now the king is forced to move to one of these squares, so I will show you each of them. First off, let's start with the easiest. If this, like I said before, it's going to be bishop to b7, and we are going to win the rook. It doesn't matter, black can capture our rook, right? So that is what would happen. But if black moves the king to e6, we are going to play bishop to d4 check, and the king must move somewhere, and on the next move we are going to save our bishop, this bishop, right? So here, if this, for example, we can actually move there and win the rook, and if any of this or this, we are going to play a rook to c7 and defend our rook. And like I said, once we save all of the pieces like this, so all of the pieces are just in place and they are on safe squares, so we are actually going to win this by trading the rook later. So that is the idea, and we are completely winning. So in this position there are moves that are correct moves as well. So bishop to d4 is not the correct move, there are other moves as well, but that is I think the reasonable most common move, and that is the move that most people get. So now the king has to move somewhere. The king has to move one of these two squares to one of these to one of these squares, but it doesn't matter where the king moves. At the end, we are going to successfully defend every piece, and like I said, if we manage to save every piece, we can actually win the game later, and this is actually the solution of the puzzle. So for a recap, first we are going, this is the first position, and first we are going to play rook to e6, and then when black moves to c7, we are going to play rook to e7, giving another check. So now the best move for black is to go back. I showed you the other moves. It's going to be straightforward, easily winning position in the game. So we are going to give this check, and once the king moves out, we are going to save the bishop. And in this position, the king, like I said, cannot move to these squares. So if the king moves here, we simply defend the bishop like this, and we can simply defend the rook like this. And look at, the rook is defended, the bishop is defended, and the rook caged out the black king, so the black king cannot do much, or the rook cannot attack our bishop. It's going to be a tie situation for black, and this is going to be just a winning. If this, we can simply block, and it's going to be just winning for us with two pair bishop and a rook against a rook. It's going to be winning. So this is it for today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.